Hello, America. Good morning, and welcome to the Heavy Montes podcast and my comedy show. Look like I have upset America, the bots on the internet and on my YouTube channel. Now, I came out and I said that the Republicans killed one of their own. Now they're saying that they're engaged in a great civil war among the maggots, and they are trying America to attempt to clean up their act. When Charlie Kirk got killed, they said they declared war on the left, on Democrats. We had a damn thing to do with that. You see what I'm saying, America? But they said they declared war. They felt that they had an issue to rally the base, even though Donald Trump is destroying the country and destroying them, destroying the farmers, destroying everybody, torturing America. But they really, really think that the American people will get upset because somebody gunned down a fascist pig. That's right, in the opinion of Heavy Monte. Now, I don't believe that they should have done it. I am not for that, huh? But he is who the hell he is. Just like the Republican Party is who they are. Now, I want to send you Republicans, tell you Republican voters out there something. You have lost the narrative, and you have lost even your ability to speak. They've taken away your voice and replaced you on Facebook with bots. You see what I'm saying? Because all the people who came on my YouTube channel were not people, most of them. They were mostly Russian bots. So the Russians and the Chinese have taken over your voice, you dumb son of a gun. I called you that because you didn't know that you lived in the greatest country in the world. You believe those lies. And now you gunned down one of your own people, and you're going around telling us and telling the world that it was the Democratic Party. Nancy Mace came out and said it was the transgender people and they were going to kill everybody. Now she came back saying we need to pray for this guy, pray for the murderer. When they thought it was a leftist, like they call them, they said we're calling for the death penalty, and that stink-ass governor in Utah, he come out there and try to build a little white supremacy and put down the black people, and the people who live in cities. And he said, when they shot Charlie Kirk down, we didn't riot. You damn sure did. You riot. You pulled out your guns, they saying you were coming and you declared civil war on us. You didn't say anything about that, asshole. You said that the people in your city didn't riot. Now, Utah is a place, on a white place with nothing but white people, that murdered, Charlie Kirk. He got murdered in Utah, in the state of Utah. So don't come out there, talking about, y'all didn't riot. You riot. You accuse us of stuff and you want to go murder us, you said. So the vice president, that thing on J.D. Vance, he is carrying the coffin of a fascist, a misogynist, a man who said, that a man can beat his wife and a wife should stay with him. A man who has called black people all kind of names. A man who, in my opinion, Charlie Kirk was in it for the freaking money. They hired him to persuade these young white males, to be who they are. You see what I'm saying, America? And I put up a video by Midas Touch up on my YouTube channel. And where they break down 90-some% of the political killings have been done by right wing. That's right, America. You see what I'm saying? By them, people who are fighting against themselves, America. Now, I want to keep this real short, but I'm going to say something to you this morning. A Republican killed Charlie Kirk. And Heavy Monty told you on the first podcast, I'm going to tell you what I think. It's all about the Epstein files, because Charlie Kirk was not going to take and back Donald Trump on these Epstein files. He was going to say, hey, look, I want the files out there. He had to say that. He couldn't say anything else. You see what I'm saying? But all of a sudden now Donald Trump loved him. They didn't love him before. You You know, they got videos out there, people saying that he wasn't MAGA enough. Huh? You see what I'm trying to say? So America, what we have is a criminal Republican Party, backed up, you know, by this criminal Supreme Court, voter suppressionists, right? And the end is coming for them, America. And that's what I always tell you. Don't play around, you know, with these, if you're a Republican. Get the hell out of that freaking party. Get out of that. Get out of that party and join the Democratic Party. Because right now, they're all coming out. I was listening to CNN and all these asshole corporate news telling everybody the Democratic Party is bad. So so America is going to take and choose fascism over the Democratic Party. You see what I'm saying? All the Democratic Party got to do right now is sit back. Sit back. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody know what the Republican Party is doing. You see what I'm saying? Let the people know what we're going to do for them, which we which we have, America, a clear and precise agenda. We tell the Americans, I don't want to talk about you red state people before y'all get yourself all messed up. Now, 72% of all the money that goes into the tax system are in blue states, come from blue states. You guys don't pay a whole lot of money. You see what I'm trying to tell you? And you hate the federal government. You see what I'm saying? And I don't think it's right for blue states to infringe on you and give you our money if you don't frickin' want it. You see? And that's what I say when the Democrats take over. Let's give people, uh, let them opt out of certain things. Let them opt out of freaking Social Security. I don't want it. Opt out. What the hell? California is the third largest economy in the world. You know what I'm saying? We can all join together in the blue states and take our Social Security and whatever we need to do. You see what I'm trying to say? You know? And you red states can mess around and starve to death. You know what I'm saying? You better get away from the Republicans. They're playing you guys for freaking fool. Now look, for the rest of your life, you are a Republican voter. You know in your heart, you ain't got to tell anybody that you voted for a pervert, huh? Possibly a traitor. Some say a pedophile. And major people are saying that he's going to have to resign because they're saying that information will prove that he's a pedophile. So, excuse me, America. I wonder how they're going to blame this one on the Democratic Party. You see what I'm saying? It's all about them. Huh? They took over. They own the shit. They own the infighting. Huh? The president comes out and says he hates Democrats and come out and say that he's going to destroy the left and the left was bad. You know what I'm trying to tell you? You see what I'm trying to tell you? The left was really bad because this pig Charlie Kirk got killed, a freaking misogynist, and they're trying to build this son of a bitch up like he's somebody. He ain't shit. You see what I'm trying to tell you? That's what Heavy said. Fuck him. Get my life. You know what I'm trying to say? He's out there, because Heavy don't talk hate. You know what I'm saying? I'm love and peace guy. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody, and I have a lot of MAGA friends to tell you that. You see what I'm saying? I would never come out and say the shit about my MAGA friends that they say about us. You see what I'm trying to tell you? Now, when you're in a party, Google this, that has probably right now over 100 active pedophiles in political positions, huh? Right now. You know what I'm saying? And the Republican Party, you know what they did? And they had a, Speaker of the House, third in line for the presidency, Dennis Hastert. He was a pedophile. They like pedophiles. They love them. That's why they voted Donald Trump, maybe. Man, those guys are, immoral. You see what I'm saying? Immoral. You know what I'm saying? No morality, So now I want everybody to please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can keep talking, telling everybody about this. But I want to say something else to you Republicans. You're collecting these guns, you give them to your children at great sacrifice to your children because these young white males are killing people. You see what I'm trying to say? It's like the Taliban. You know what I'm saying? They get them to commit mass, suicide. You know what I'm saying? For their cause. And what is the cause? The cause is to tear down the U.S. government and make it unsafe for everybody. That's their cause. The cause is that Jesus is coming back and taking all of us with him. That's the cause, huh? And if you believe that stuff that you say you believe, you so-called Christians, you wouldn't pull that shit up on us. I think if you believe With that stuff, you wouldn't do this. You'd be out there being a righteous person working for everybody. You see what I'm saying? So, this is Heavy Monte saying again that a Republican killed Charlie Kirk. Heavy Monte say it's a conspiracy. Huh? Heavy Monte say, I believe the Republican Party, and I still believe that the Republican machine has something to do with it because they're talking and they're saying things. They're saying things like, he wasn't MAGA enough. And also, the motive, in my opinion, was to kill this man is that he was going to come out and say that Donald Trump had to release the Epstein files. That's right. And Donald Trump released those files. Release the files immediately so we can find out whether or not you're a pedophile. Now, if you don't want to, you can resign first, too. And just resign. They're not going to put you in jail. You say it. You already played the system. You already took control of the country out long enough. Your legacy should be, hey, I'm getting out of the way so we can rebuild this nation. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to die one day. You see what I'm saying? You have to face God. Life is not forever, you see. That's why I enjoy every day, every minute, every second. And so you need to know that too, Donald Trump. That's why you're going out right now, because you know the end is near. You're sick, and you know you have to face God. And let's say, you can lie to me, but you cannot lie to God. They say. You see? So you're in a lot of trouble. That's the reason why you need to live a good life in the world. Even if you're an atheist, you do the right things because you don't know. God may exist. You die, you understand? Because heaven ain't taking no chance. I believe in God. You know what I'm saying? So I believe. For me not to believe, I think it would be a little, I can live with that. So if I believe in God and all you so-called, MAGAs believe in God and believe that there's a price to get into heaven, hell, you're going to take and vote for a pervert and sell your soul. And you know damn well, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to shit your pants if God is a black man. You see, America, you can't be playing no games. Or you can be a white man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason I'm not hitting on nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hitting on nobody. If I walk in there and God is a white man, I say, hey, I didn't try to hurt nobody, Lord. Yeah, you see? But not a maggot. A maggot will sell his soul, sell his children, his wife, and his God out for Donald Trump. This is Heavy Monte for the Heavy Monte podcast and the Heavy Monte comedy show. Don't forget, a Republican killed that fascist, Charlie Kirk. And please subscribe to the Heavy Monte's YouTube channel.